Welcome back to Fast Money. Our next guest says there is big money in the business of protecting money. Should you armor your portfolio with this stock pick? Let's welcome back Nadine Terman, the CEO of Solstein Capital, for a guest fast pitch. Nadine, what's the stock you're pitching?
Melissa, I'm giving you an actual cash cow. Brink, BCO is the ticker. What I love about it is it's a vaccine rollout play. They've cut costs, so as there's a rebound when businesses reopen, you're going to see incremental revenues, profits, and cash flow to levels that are pre-COVID, number one. Number two, this is actually a growth story. Cash usage has been increasing 5 to 6% even through the pandemic, and they have a lot of penetration opportunities to have more retailers, more banks across the world use their services. They've been also rolling out new products and services. And three, the technicals are pointing higher. What do I mean by that? It's high short interest, low ownership by hedge funds and institutions. It's not back to the pre-COVID levels of stock price and not covered very well by Wall Street analysts. And they have factor exposure. So it's leverage, high beta, small mid cap. Those types of securities do well coming out of a rebound.
Nadine, I've got a question for you. I'm floored by that statistic that you had about cash usage during the pandemic, because I always thought that cash usage would have gone down. The trend overall longer term is that people are moving more towards digital payments. So does that concern you that on a secular level, their business might dwindle?
You know, it's interesting. It has been increasing 5 to 6% per year, Melissa. And part of that is, it's sad to say, but a quarter of the U.S., as an example, is unbanked or underserved by banks. So you have a lot of people who still use cash. And during a pandemic, people can't get credit. So you also have a wave of people who need to use cash. And that's coupled with internationally, cash is used at a much higher level. And so we see it as obviously e-commerce is growing, digital payments are growing, but cash isn't going away.
Guy has a question. Guy?
I do have a question. Hello, Nadine. Thanks for pinch hitting here. Listen, you go back to that quarter, October 29th. That quarter was extraordinary. Their guidance was amazing. And yet I know this is somewhat of a rhetorical question, but the stock is still nowhere near the levels we saw in January, despite the fact that the broader market's been unbelievable. How surprising is that? And is that sort of the level that you're looking for in terms of the stock, which I think is around $90?
Right. And, I think you can get back to those levels. We think it's probably a 30-40% return. But as you saw post-election, people are loving Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. We just talked about Moderna on your show, right? Is that there's this lust for this high beta businesses, when here's a secret high beta business that we think is the best yet to come. So we'd rather go in the undervalued than the overvalued.
All right, stand by, Nadine, because we're going to vote now. Are you buying Nadine's pitch on Brinks? Traders, what do you say? BK, kick it off.
Oh, for me? I say brink it on. Do you see what I did? That's a bomb. You bring it on. I like it. In particular, I like it. I would love to get it closer to $60. I've certainly missed some of it here, but I like Nadine's points, and I love the breakout that we have here. And I actually think there's something to say about collectibles as well in this space.
Karen.
Yeah, I like the pitch a lot, so great pitch, Nadine, but I'm going to pass. My question was exactly the same as yours, Melissa, which I find that cash, that was very surprising to me, and I think the headwind for the stock will be people will continue to think that will be a headwind, as I do. So great pitch, but I'm going to pass.
All right, a split so far. James, what do you say?
Sorry, Nadine. My answer is no. I love your technical analysis. I got to go fundamentals with this company. It's got negative profitability. Its forward P of 15.9 is 5 times the competitor's average of 3.65. Slow EPS growth for 2015 to 2020. Set to take a 17.7% loss this year, 25% next year. I'm afraid I'm going to say no.
Guy Adami, what do you say?
Mel, can you read that whiteboard for me, please?
I can, but it's a conundrum, even though I can read it. Right 26, left 14, right there. Oh, it's like a lock, combination lock.
Right, that was my combination in high school. For those that, if anybody cares, if they want to go back to Croton High School and try to pick it, they might actually get some of my stuff. So I'm with Nadine. You look, Jana Partners just initiated a position in this. I think Hedgeye came out in the middle of November, best long idea. They have an accelerated stock repurchase plan. And I think on a decent to benign tape, you're going to test those January levels. So good job, Nadine, and write down that combination.
Do you still have your locker? Why do we need that? We don't need that combination anymore, Guy. I mean, that was like decades ago. Nadine.
What is it, Guy? Your shoe size and IQ, and what was the last one?
Right. And his childhood address. Nadine, thank you. Great to see you. Nadine Terman of Solstein.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.